Hi, it's Leslie, Seeking Sister Wife. And today we're just gonna look at the Davis family. And the head doodah there is this guy, Nick. And he is a winner. And you know what? This is not our first rodeo, so, Cody and all. This guy may take the cake of all of them. Even Garrick. I mean, Garrick's just kind of stupid over there and wants to find, new girls to sleep with, but whatever. But this Nick guy, a whole new level. The way I understand it, so right now he has 3 wives. Nick doesn't work. Nick doesn't freaking work. The wives work. The wives have the kids. They take care of them. I don't know what this Nick guy does other than keep them all, satisfied or whatever, and go to the gym. What a freaking racket. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There is an idiot born every day. At least 3 of them now for this lovely family. But he is Exhibit A. The top of the class right here. Anyway, his wives, I heard this quoted, don't quote me that it's the truth, but you never know, is that they want to treat him like a king. So he's like a kept man. Oh my freaking God. I just go crazy watching this show. I can't even. Anyway, shocking as it may be to hear, he has these 2 wives, but then he had Danielle. He just got her in there, and I know he's such a great catch and it is very hard to believe, but she actually decided to leave, get an apartment. I know, I think she had a moment of clarity, but it didn't last long. But yes, Danielle left, got another apartment, but before she could settle in and sleep alone in that bed, she was already back with the family. Here's Nick summing up what happened.
Danielle? Hey. Just wanted to see if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Danielle abruptly moved out of our home and into her own apartment not that long ago. And just the other night, she moved back into the house.
Yeah, I guess it was a real quick turnaround, but it couldn't have been that quick because she had to kind of get her finances under order, because I'm assuming she has to pay money into this family for the pleasure of being part of it because, everyone's not working there. Shout out to Nick. But anyway, but she kept enough of her money so that she could, get an apartment also. So there had to be some planning involved. It couldn't have just been a momentary lapse and then hightailed it out of there because she laid some groundwork. But as Danielle says,
it just, sometimes it can be...
It's okay. It's okay. No one can be that. It's okay. It's okay.
It can just be difficult. Coming together to do this is really special, but it also comes with a lot of things I'm not used to. There's just a lot with expanding. I think I'm still adjusting to that because you guys are my first actual relationship.
Yeah, you think? But as I understand it, they all sleep in one big bed. Nick's in the middle. It's kind of like a LIFO system, if you will. Last in, first out. So you kind of get, if you're the first one there, you get the good spot next to Nick. Other than that, you're kind of, shuffled in with the others. And Danielle, I mean, she's new to this whole polygamy thing, and then sleeping in one freaking bed with everyone is a whole different deal. And he has many wives on his brain because he probably has an addition he wants on the back. So he needs a higher earning wife because she's young. She's probably not making a lot. She's 22, 24, something like that. So he probably wants an executive to be the next one, but whatever, because he's got an addition to build. But anyway, I think, so Danielle's worried she could be basically spooning up to some rando that comes in after her. She doesn't even know. I get it. That is a lot to handle, especially being that young. But anyway, let's press on. So her issue is really just the prospect of dating more women. She didn't even barely settle in. The dust wasn't even settled from her crap as she got in there. And they're already looking for another one. But Danielle's happy to be back, as she says.
Honestly, after spending a few days by myself, it was the worst few days of my life. And it was really eye-opening and really humbling. And then it just kind of makes you really realize who's really there for you, who really loves you. And so after that, it was so obvious to me. I was I wouldn't want to be anywhere else besides with them.
Alrighty, but Nick kind of comes to the rescue, kind of calms her down, says, we're not going to look for another one right now, maybe next week or the week after, but for right now, we won't have to worry about dating, so settle in. Anyway, next we find Danielle, who's now back into the family fold with April, and she's the matriarch of the family, basically the first one that jumped into this situation, head idiot, if you will. But she wanted to have a convo with Danielle and try to understand where she's coming with, because she's worried it could happen again. You're rightly so. just for budgeting purposes. I mean, if you're counting on that money on a monthly basis, you gotta know if they're gonna be around or not. And this just cracked me up. They're having this conversation. They're both sitting there folding laundry. And I'm like, what does Nick do? These people, these women, they are working, they're having the babies and they're taking care of them and they're doing the laundry. And I'm assuming they're cooking because, April's nervous and tries to corner her and, hold her down to what's going to go on in the future.
Because for me, it's like, if why you did it is because it was too much for you to be here, like, how do I know that you're not going to do that again?
I'm going to venture to say, you just don't know. You never know. Because if she's going to do it again, she's not going to give a shit if she breaks her promise. So there you go. But what would it be without a little tear-jerking drama from April?
It was probably the most hurtful when I'm trying to brush Farrah's teeth and she won't even let me do it because she's used to you doing it. Hearing that, just broke my heart because, that's one thing I'm so proud to do. Every single night, no matter if I'm tired, ready to go to bed, no matter what the situation is, I take care of Farrah. Just, I love you so much. I really do. I love you guys with all of my heart.
Oh, and then the waterworks came. And she is an ugly crier, Danielle. And the snot was flowing. I could hear it.
Just, moving forward, I want you to know whatever it takes. Truly. Promise that you're never going to do that again. That's what I need. Sorry. I promise, baby. I'm sorry. Never again.
So the Davis family has stayed intact and will live to polygamy another day. I don't know what Danielle's doing with her little leased apartment over there, if it was a quick lease, kind of day to day, if you know what I mean, or maybe it was a monthly rental and she can get out. I don't know. She should have just went for a motel or a hotel stay, but anyway. Unfortunately for Danielle, Nick has made it very clear he has many wives on the horizon. So, she's just going to have to get used to it. Buckle up, baby. Anyway, I follow this nonsense, and this really is true nonsense. This is true nonsense and kind of makes you throw up in your mouth a little sometimes when you're watching it, but I cover this stuff. Anyway, if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Bye.